farm in Michigan. I have 9 brothers and sisters. The farm had no running water, it had no electricity, it had no phone, often we had little, sometimes no food. Twice my family was homeless. We were kicked out of that farmhouse, it was condemned, and we had a home created for us by the local community. We lived there for 4 years. It was a converted chicken coop. It had running water, it had electricity, and no adverse side effects. Don't cry for me now though, Argentina, my life is vastly different. These days, based upon what I'm about to teach you, my home is in Las Vegas. It's a 17,000 square foot palace. Oftentimes people will walk through the front door of Prosperity Palace and say, I may have stayed at this hotel before. Who here thinks you might want a 17,000 square foot palace? I say be very careful what you ask for. My wife and I lived there for 6 months before we found a bathroom we didn't even know that we had. Often I'll watch MTV Cribs and feel really bad for those guys. Like Phoenix, it gets hot in Vegas. And when it gets hot, we escape to our vacation home down in Southern California, a little city called Carlsbad, North County, San Diego. And my home, it's a little bit different than the home in Vegas. It's kind of a modern motif, yet it's right on the water. Here's my favorite part of our Carlsbad home. It's very rare anywhere in the world, let alone California, to have that stretch of land right there, 140 feet of private beach. You can see I am extremely tan right now. I spend every weekend that I'm not working on that private beach playing volleyball. How many of you think if this was the view out your back window every single evening, you might be motivated to work just a little bit harder? You see, sometimes people get confused. They think motivation creates success. And I say, no, success creates motivation. When you get that ball rolling, when you start getting some victories under your belt, when you start getting some big wins, and you start seeing what kind of a life is available to you, you have the energy to do whatever you need to do. Except here's what I'm pretty sure of. How many of you have felt kind of beat up over the last few years? How many of you feel like you've been working hard and you've been doing what you thought you were supposed to do and you just weren't getting the wins that you really wanted? And how many of you have at times, because I've done this in my life, at times said, I'm due a win. I'm due. I've had enough getting beat up. I've had enough getting, losing money. I've had enough of broken relationships. I'm due a win. Who kind of feels that way? And by the way, how many of you can tell already, it is my intention to give you every ounce of energy that I've got? And as I said, though, I'm going to be honest. I travel a lot. I tour all over the world. You saw me in China. I hypnotized 5,000 people, all through an interpreter. As I go around the world, one of the things that I've discovered is human beings are very similar no matter where you go. And no matter what room I walk into, as I look out at the audience, I pray one day I'm wrong, yet I haven't been in over 30 years. And the fact is, 1/3 of you in this room will never change your life one iota, not a bit. No matter how many seminars you go to, no matter how many books you read or tapes or videos you participate in, 1/3 of you will never change your life one iota. Who thinks that's even likely being a little bit generous? Take a look at the person seated to your right. Just note who is seated to your right. Take a look and note who is seated to your left. Do they look fairly motivated? Yes. Well, you're the one. There comes a moment where you need to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. There comes a moment where you need to demand that your world shapes itself up and it becomes better for you, and you've got to do it. And it's not that the world owes you anything, because it doesn't. The challenge is, well, we'll get to that in a moment. Who here thinks it's possible for you to be a millionaire in the next 12 months? It's possible. If your hand didn't go up, that's part of the challenge right there for sure. And I mean that because if you don't even think it's possible, you won't put out the effort. And if you don't put out the effort, it's guaranteed it's not possible. Who here thinks not only is it possible for this to be your first million year, there's a million ways that you could become a millionaire, so you could certainly find something that you really liked that didn't feel like you were working your butt off. Who agrees? Well, let's see, if it's possible, and there's a million ways to do it, so you could find a way that you would like and you would actually do, then I guess if you're not yet a millionaire, there's only one reason. It's you. Yeah, it's you. And as harsh as that sounds, the moment you actually accept that and take full responsibility, it doesn't matter who gets elected. It doesn't matter what the government does. It doesn't matter what opportunities come your way or not, because you make those opportunities, and more than that, you seize the ones that just come by happenstance toward you. I'm a hypnotist. The media calls me the greatest hypnotist of all time, mostly because I hypnotized them. I did. I made a movie a few years back. We're about to release it. I produced the movie. I starred in the movie. I wrote the movie. It's called Trance. It's a movie that while you watch it, it actually hypnotizes you to experience what the lead character on the screen is experiencing. So she's a young unwed mother searching for meaning in her life. When she feels hot, you feel hot. When she feels cold, you cuddle up against your date. When she has an orgasm, you have an orgasm. We think people are come repeatedly. We do. We think that. No, I mean to get hypnotized. Initially, people are afraid of hypnosis because they don't understand it. And I'm going to explain. In fact, I'm going to bring somebody up on stage in a moment, and I'm going to demonstrate full awareness hypnosis. And whether you believe in something or not, it doesn't make it cease to exist. What it does is, number one, you won't recognize it when it's being utilized, and number two, you can't use it yourself. So I'm going to give you an education, I'm going to bring somebody up, and by the time I'm done, you're going to realize that ultimately pretty much everything is hypnosis. In the movie, the hero is a philanthropist billionaire, and like I said, the lead character is a young unwed mother. She's trying to find meaning in her life. She's very heartbroken and upset and pretty much just angry at the world. When I was creating the hero, his name is Sterling Wins, and when I was creating the hero character, I thought, what kind of a house would this guy live in? Now, I coach and consult for many multimillionaires and even some billionaires, and one of the things I know about self-made people, they tend to be very independent. And they tend to, just grab life by its horns, and they're very independent. And when I was thinking about Sterling's home, I found this palace that was originally built for the Sultan of Brunei in the Hollywood Hills. The second I saw it, I said, yeah, that's where he would live. When I was thinking about what he would drive or be driven in, then that was a little different. I like cars. I love Mercedes. I think they're some of the finest cars ever built. I knew, though, that Sterling would be a little bit bigger than that. And when I was thinking about his car, the moment I saw the car, I knew that's what he would drive, the brand new Rolls-Royce Phantom. Now, I personally have a belief about any man that needs a $400,000 automobile to get from point A to point B. My belief is any man that needs a $400,000 automobile to get from point A to point B, he's making up for a shortcoming elsewhere. So I would never drive that kind of a car. Could you do me a favor, turn that light off? Turn my eyes, thanks.